Start with a ball of white paste and elongate one end so that it can be curved to follow the line of the swan's neck. It is likely you will need to dust the upper side of the paste with corn flour when using the swan mould to stop your fingers sticking to the paste. You should not need to grease or corn flour the cavity though. Place the paste over the mould and begin by pressing into the head and neck area before filling the body. Support on some cushioning, for example cell grip, while you are applying pressure. Turn the mould as necessary to make sure the wing and tail areas are filled. You will need to gently press and drag your finger to ease the paste sideways. Remove the excess paste a little at a time. Hold the scraper in one hand and insert it into the paste and use at a low angle. A finger from your other hand should apply pressure on the paste ahead of the scraper to stop it from being pushed out of the cavity. Neaten and smooth before removing the next section of excess paste. Right-handers will find it much easier to rotate the mould so that you can work from left to right and vice versa. You need to press, scrape, adjust the positioning of the pressure, then cut away a little excess. Repeat and trim away the next section. It is also easier to work away from the centre towards an outside edge to leave the removal of the excess from the middle until last. If the paste drags and holes, there is always the possibility the paste can be patched. Press a small amount of paste over the hole and press firmly. It should squash and bond seamlessly with that already moulded so that the join cannot be seen. Use a smear of vegetable fat on your fingers where necessary. Smooth well to make sure there are no feather edges on the paste. Release the paste using a palette knife. Do not pull from the head and neck. You must make sure that the rest of the swan is not stuck and then peel from its base. If you are wanting to use the swan without the back wing being visible, it should be removed using a sharp craft knife. In preparation for adding to the cake side, use a piece of foam to lift the wing and tail so the swan body dries in a curve. Attach 3 leaves and 2 bulrushes to the cake side. Make sure if you use wired flowers that they are removed before the cake is cut and consumed. Pipe some softened icing along the base of the cake where you wish to position the swan. Press it into place so it appears as though it is swimming. Tidy any of the icing glue if necessary. Use a damp paintbrush to moisten the bottom of the soft swan before placing a sausage of paste along its base. Moisten the upper surface of the sausage also. Use some royal icing or mix sugar paste with a little water before placing into a piping bag. Pipe all down the neck and place the dried swan on top, bending the softened half so it aligns correctly. You can use your fingers to blend the two halves together, or alternatively, a Dresden tool can be used to smooth the joins. Press gently so the swan does not become distorted. After smoothing sufficiently, turn the soft side uppermost . Insert the piece of sponge between the two sides of the swan and set aside to dry. The swan should sit upright once completely set. The beak and eyes are painted with paste colouring using fine bristled brushes. The beak should be bright yellow in colour and have a rim of black along its top edge. Complete by painting black around the eye area. Try to keep the painting as neat as possible. Check that the colouring on both sides of the swan match.